Okay, let's also bring in now our other panelists joining us live on the broadcast. Dr. Gulresh Sheikh, leader of the BJP, also live with us, and Pathikrit Payne, strategic affairs analyst, also joins us on the broadcast. Pathikrit, let me get you in here first. What is your first assessment of this, the sensational findings of this particular report, which expose once again Pakistan?
Uday, this has been going on for several decades now. It's actually not just in Pakistan. When it comes to atrocities on Hindus and Sikhs, it doesn't get highlighted anywhere in the world. This is something which has happened in a large scale in Bangladesh also. Unfortunately, when it comes to the global media and the global community, they only highlight issues of atrocities when it happens on a particular community. When it comes to issues of atrocities on Hindus and Sikhs, it has been completely overshadowed for a long period of time. It's not something new. Yeah, I mean, if we are expecting the global, the community and the forums to act on this, I think it's going to be, expecting too much from them, because they don't really bother about it. Let's be very clear about it. They don't bother because we don't have strong, for several decades now, we don't have strong lobbies who say that you can't touch a Hindu, or you can't touch a Sikh, or you can't touch someone who is of an Indian origin. That is unfortunate, but that's a hard reality. When it comes to, you have these, there has been incidents like somebody from Syria a family trying to go to Europe, a kid sank, which was a very unfortunate incident, but the kind of attention that incident got, this kind of atrocities which happens on Hindus elsewhere, it doesn't get highlighted. However, today, as there is a fundamental paradigm shift happening when it comes to perception about Pakistan, probably this is one more reason that India should take up in the global forum. We should keep the pressure up, and this is all the more reason that we need a citizenship amendment bill to make sure that any person in South Asia, be it in Pakistan, be it in Bangladesh and elsewhere, who is of, a person who is a Hindu or a Christian or a Sikh, who is targeted deliberately, gets a chance to return to India and can stay safely here. If you see the Salman Taseer case, if you see what happened in the Asia Bibi case, I mean, the world has not cared much. When you talk about Malala Yousafzai, I'm curious to know, when would Malala Yousafzai come up and give a statement against the atrocities that happens on young Hindu and Sikh women and also the Christian women in Pakistan? Malala Yousafzai has been propped up by the West as this giant and a grand, social worker who speaks for humanity. I am curious to know, when would she speak up for these people? She does not. And probably those who actually back her doesn't want her to speak on these cases. But yes, this again shows that the plight of Hindus and Sikhs in Pakistan. Sometimes it is so disheartening to see these things. But there are so many such stories come up. Unfortunately, they get subdued by bigger stories from the West. So if something has to be, then again we will be fooling ourselves. The world, especially the West, actually panders to what the Gulf tells them to do when it comes to these issues. I don't think they care much about what happens to Sikhs and Hindus in Pakistan. It is our call. Don't expect the world to do anything. It will be, again, we can make long statements that the world should do this, the world should do that. I mean, where is United Nations? United Nations wants to talk about Kashmir. Has United Nations ever passed a resolution on this? No. Will United Nations ever come to protect anybody? No. So, the world has its own definition of what is right and wrong. We know most of the time those are lopsided. If something has to be done, I think to the least, the Citizenship Amendment Bill needs to be amended so that all these people can come to India and at least stay safely, if nothing more.
Okay, good.